story is about a boy who he is hailing from a small town of Punjab. His journey began at a tender age of 7 when he embarked on a remarkable journey. It was an adventure though, and where he learned a lesson, the art of never giving in. Ladies and gentlemen, this boy is me. Imagine this, a bright-eyed 7-year-old being thrust into the world of Lawrence School Sanar. And on the very first day, instead of being woken up by his mama's sweet voice, he is woken up rudely by the jarring sound of the bugle. Now, that was a rude awakening, and my journey began from there. It was an uphill turn. All of a sudden, my life had taken at that time. This school instilled one thing, and only one thing. It taught discipline, discipline, and discipline. And to make all the children battle-worthy for their lives. Their motto was, never give in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that motto that has been my guiding star in my life, an unwavering beacon that has seen me through storms and all the hardships that I have faced so far. Fast forwarding, I had good grades in school, perhaps not as good as all of you are getting these days, 99.8, 99.9, 99.99, but it was fairly decent, the grades. And I had another problem after that, was to choose my profession. The decision to choose a profession was just like having thunderclouds on your head that time. Everyone's going to ask you, what are you going to do, what are you going to do? But I chose hospitality. Probably is because that I liked eating food, and I thought in hospitality you do get to see and eat a lot of food. I joined a catering college where I had no clue what is going to be taught there, ABC or BBQ. But anyway, I graduated from the college, and I was courted by a lot of hotels. They asked me to join them that time. There were a lot of hotels that had come to recruit. But I chose the most prestigious hotel, that was the Oberoi's group, and I was elated to get that job. It was something that everyone looked up at that time, and of course now it is a very prestigious group. But here the plot thickens. 2 days before I had to embark on my dream job, my father wrote a letter to me. I received the letter and it said, "Dear son, I have bad news for you. I must tell you that my little sister is diagnosed with leukemia." It was like a thunderbolt that had struck me that time. I was totally in distress. I didn't know what to do. Eventually, I had to let go of my job, my dream job. And I was helpless and feeling very, very sad that time. But I didn't let despair take the reins of my life. I wrote a letter to the Oberois and asked them if I could rejoin, because I had written all the story to them, saying that this is what happened, and they were incredibly compassionate, and they reinstated me in their kitchen management training program. I worked 3 years very hard, and I was determined to do something in my life until one fateful day when my executive chef, that time, I had a showdown with him. The reason being that it was over my colleague who had worked 48 hours non-stop, and I was trying to fight for him that this man needs to go home. But this altercation led to me resigning immediately. I didn't think about it, and I have no second thought about that decision I had made that time. I had no job again, and I came back and I had one small offer. Someone came and told me that there is a United Nations canteen where they're looking for a person like you who can run the canteens in Lodi Road. But it involved a lot of finance, and I had no money that time. My dad did reluctantly put in money, and I started that canteen. I worked for a short while, and unfortunately, I incurred massive losses to that extent that my bank balance inflated or became obese from the bottom. Anyway, I did not give up. I went and thought about what should I do now. I couldn't find anything. What I thought was that at that time that I will open a noodle shop in INA Market. It's kind of weird now to think about it, but I did that. I said, I will stand on my own. I will open a noodle market, noodle shop there. I was the pioneer at that time to open one shop making noodles. After some time, there were at least 8, 10 of them in one line with me. How I made it was that I had gone to Kabadiwala, I had picked up flattened tins of ghee, and I hammered them on the frame myself, a wooden frame. I painted myself the name, I don't remember what name I had put. In dust and in heat, I stood there from morning till the market was closed, making noodles for ₹10. With all my efforts that I had made to do this, I couldn't make the two ends meet. It was like catching the rainbow. There was no way I could continue that way. And on top of that, the memories and the despair that I had about my sister, that led me to that extent that I was quite depressed. And when the miseries, I thought that it won't go deeper, she passed away. She didn't even say bye to me, she just passed away. I was shattered that time. It took me months and months and months to gather myself up. And I thought I'll just rejoin the hotels again, clutching onto hope that one day everything will be all right. I never gave in at that time. I just continued. I just let go, and as whatever was coming my way, I was doing it. I joined the Hyatt Hotel. Where I was a chef there, and I was also awarded that time the silver medal of the Indian Culinary Federation. And I got a job from the hotel to work in London to open a chain of restaurants, both in UK as well as in Ireland. I took up that job, and I went to England, and probably that was the golden period of my life. I was enjoying myself there, and there was a lot of experience that I had gained opening these restaurants, both in Dublin as well as in UK. But once again, the Gulf War erupted there, the business had to be shut, and I had to pack my bags and come back home. And yet again, back to the square one, I again clutched on to hope that everything will be all right. Once again, I had to not to give up, I thought, and I continue myself in my journey. The journey I had that time nothing to do. I was back from London. What I thought was I'll start doing consultancy. Instead of joining the hotels, I'll start doing consultancy. Consultancy, I traveled all over the country, opening up small restaurants in three-tier places. I taught homemakers how to cook food, simple food, dal chawal, like that. I kept on going. All this while, I was gaining experience. I was honing my skills. I had done a lot of work, I made noodles in a market. I had gone to London. I had got a lot of experience. I thought the best would be that let me give it a shot to start business again. So I did. But I had a big problem of getting loans from the bank. I was fortunate to get small amount of loan, and I started a catering business. I worked tirelessly months, years, with a lot of determination and commitment. And today, I have an empire, a catering empire of over 100 people working under me. And we have traveled all over the world, as well as done a lot of catering in this country also. Coming back to today, it has never been easy then, and it's not easy now. Gentlemen, and everybody out here, ladies and gentlemen, life is always an uphill journey. And most of you out here are on the onset of this, taking this journey up the hill. This journey has to be uphill. It seems very daunting in the beginning to see that journey which is going up. But let me tell you, it is very rewarding at some point of time. It is rewarding. It is something that you have to start. Without commitment, you cannot start this journey. And with consistency is only when you can reach the summit of this journey. I have had innumerable amount of difficulties in life. I have seen and been there through all. But one thing I did not do is to give up. I never gave in. And it is that motto that I live in, that motto's power, till the last bugle will call. Thank you.